Binge watch and learn on TRS Clips. What was the seed of thought in your head behind starting Instagram? Because your Instagram found me. Like you came up randomly on my reel feed and I'd sent your profile to my producer saying that I want this person on the show. So there has to be a reason that you popped up on my feed beyond just SEO. But I want to know the seed reason behind why you started Instagram the way you did.
You know, we were teaching, I was living under my guru, and that is where I met my family that is sitting here. And when we were teaching, my guru had, the knowledge was there. It was from past sanskars or whatever. And when we started teaching, the knowledge used to come. Like, people used to ask me, kahan se padha raha hai, kahan se padha raha hai? I was like, it is his gift. And one day we realized that let's do it as an offering. We had no intention of Instagram. I was pushed by both of them to start Instagram. And they said, Bhavesh, you talk and you won't believe it. All our Instagram shots are one take.
It's also insanely gripping, dude.
And at times we have reels where I have spoken, they're 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and they say that Bhavesh, 3 minutes ho gaya hai, we didn't realize and we are getting goosebumps. It is his energy. And when they were in the beginning, they thought I was joking, and we got a camera guy with us. And
It's your deity's energy?
of course, everything is his energy. You
Krishna?
think I can talk like this?
Is it
I
Krishna?
can't even cross the road properly. It is Shiv.
Shiv.
Shiv Shakti. I worship. Because you have to worship them together. So it's their knowledge, it's the knowledge of the Rishis talking through us. I don't even know how to cook. What will I do? So I can't do. And on the first time we started Instagram, and the camera was there. And the guy said start. He was getting jitters and they were getting jitters because he said, what is this? And then he asked me, what is the intention? Like, let's offer it. It doesn't belong to us. Why should I keep it to myself? It belongs to everyone. So it started that way. And I'm very grateful that you found us.
Oh, it found me. I didn't find anything, man.
Yeah. And it is so raw. It is just raw. Like, कहते ना उस state में जाते हो आप. It happens in that state and it just comes out. It is meant to come out. And you are one of the instruments. So, Arvai, sadhana karo.
Why are the deities wanting this kind of knowledge spread this much? Because I honestly feel my mother was way more disciplined than I am, and she was way more religious than I am also now. But I've accumulated way more knowledge than she has in 60 years of her existence within 30 years.
Yeah.
And that's not up to me. That's because I met people like you through my Instagram reel algorithm.
First of all, this is your karma. Secondly, you are meant for this. Thirdly, every individual is playing a role. And you are understanding what your role is. That is, you're saying your role is to heal. Now, healing doesn't mean that, om. No, healing is happening through this very moment. Reaching out to people, having the right agenda, giving out right knowledge. So you're being very instrumental. And when your intention is clean, the entire universe will start supporting it. That is the reason this is happening. But if the ego rises, battle is on.
Have you heard of the word light worker?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it?
In what concept?
They say there are 144,000 souls on the planet right now who are working towards the same cause.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them don't even know that they're working towards that cause.
Very true.
This is what I'm asking you truly. In this whole last segment, I've not asked you much about me. I'm trying to ask you about what the deity's intentions are. Because I'll tell you, for example, 2 years ago in November, I went to that Kaal Bhairav temple in Banaras.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't even heard of Kaal Bhairav before that. 1 year, right after that, around the same time on Kaal Bhairav Jayanti, Rajarshi Nandi gave me my first podcast. I met him and meeting him was a big shift.
Yeah.
Okay, and here we are again talking about Kaal Bhairav. But why did it happen 1 year apart, etc.? And again, I've realized that even your thoughts are not your own.
Of course.
That's what I've realized through talking to people like yourself and Rajarshi Nandi. There is something going on in the world of the deities and the rishis that we don't know about, or there is something that's going to happen in our realm in the physical world for which they're preparing us, or it's both.
please understand your karma plays a very, very important role. You have done certain sadhana, and that sadhana is coming into blossom now. You are meant for this. You can't run away. Even if you run away, you'll be pulled into such circumstances where you meet people and you do this.
Like podcasting.
No, giving knowledge. Podcasting is a small aspect. You call it podcast. We watch it from the screen. We say that, oh, genuine knowledge is coming. That is your role to give out. Secondly, a deity's role is to take you to the highest. So the grinding is happening. And the deities also role, of course, the Rishis. They operate the deities. The Sapta Rishis are still active. The Sapta Rishis were the first to give the knowledge of the Great Bear constellation. Imagine they were sitting in a trance and all that. People also say that they have come from another dimension, which is a fact. Now, later, people are talking about it. Even the deities are operating in multiple dimensions. And your relation with your deity, you think Kaal Bhairav is this birth? Do you think all of a sudden this YOLO boy turning his life and now talking and actually experiencing and talking about Kaal Bhairav, he didn't knew what Kaal Bhairav is? They are operating through you. But the problem is, you should also be aware that ego should not rise. The moment the ego will rise, your connection, the deity is always there. Your connection will start fading. And that is a downfall. You can never blame the deity. We can only blame our ego. Your duty is to surrender. And yes, these deities operate. The more you surrender, the more they'll operate through you. So, when a deity operates through you, according to our intellect, we think that, "Arey, galat ho raha hai, this is wrong." But they know the movie also, what is going to happen behind. So, whatever wrong is happening, surrender to the deity. What is good is happening, surrender to the deity. These light workers are very small concept. There are many, many, many things in our dharma given about avtaras, avdutas, rishis, maharishis, avtaras, and siddha purush, nagas, laya yogis. So modern generation call it light workers, but we call them the great rishis, and they're still operating. Like when you talk about Ved Vyasa, people say that he's still operating. Knowledge is, the sons, the 4 sons, Sanat Kumara and all, they still operate. I have met few people, they still communicate with them.
Are they in physical form?
No.
Astral.
Everything happens in astral form. Adi Shankara, the great, has given a beautiful experience of astral form. He has traveled the world 4 to 5 times. How? In that astral travel. In fact, every night when we go to sleep, we astral travel. We are not aware about it. Our yogi is fully aware about it. At times when you're sleeping, you feel that you're falling, or at times you feel you're being sucked and thrown. That is happening somewhere in the astral dimension. When you die, that is where the astral dimension comes into being. So all these souls, all these entities, all these devas, all these rakshasas are in that astral dimension.
That falling thing used to happen when I was a kid a lot.
Yeah. It's a spiritual experience. I don't know why people frame it wrong. It is an experience. Everything is an experience. Your perception makes it good or bad. Remember that.
Okay. Why has it reduced with age?
Why have it? Because that is what the Rishis predicted long time ago. That human evolution, that is the Kalyug. And people talk about Kalyug. We have a superstar. There are many, many suns. The greatest superstar. Kalyug is when our galaxy is far away from the superstar.
Oh, you mean what our sun also revolves
around?
Yeah.
Okay. The superstar, the great star. There are 7 suns and the great super sun. So, Abhi, we are very far away from it. It is Kalyug. Again, when it starts revolving, we'll come close to it. That will be Satyug and people will be more receptive. So, Kalpas and all that's another beautiful aspect. But yeah.
What's going to happen in our physical world in the coming years? There's something that's going to happen and I know this. I just don't know what.
Something beautiful will happen if, if people, nowadays what is happening, whatever we talk about spiritual, it is going to the West. And people are claiming it is from the West. Something beautiful happening that now we Indians are taking part and we are claiming it that this belongs to us. Especially our generation, and that is what is happening and that is going to expand and blow. Like people like you are going to contribute big time. That is what is happening. And again, Bharat will be the land of Rishis. The cycle? That is going to happen. I hope we'll be alive, but we will contribute a lot, whatever we can.
You think we're going to enter the Satyug again?
It will take time. But it will happen. The cycle of life goes on.
But we're far from it.
Far from it. In fact, Satyug is now. This very moment when your mind is blank. And your mind is entangled, you're in Kalyug.
Because technically you're beyond time.
Definitely. And what happens, you tell me, We have many states of consciousness, but let's talk about the deep sleep state. Where is time in deep sleep? Where is time? You tell me. When you're very famished, you're tired, like you had multiple podcasts in a day, then you had to drive, there was no food. You have turned everything on, and 2 minutes you sat here and you crashed because you're tired. Where is time? When you wake up, it's over. It's already 6 ghante ho gaye, 7 ghante ho gaye. Where is time? Time is a mental concept. A yogi watches everything as a witness, not getting entangled in this time. Now you're talking about this emotion, whatever you're going through. That is time-based. When you eat poha again, you'll be happy. Where is the time gone when you were sad?
Are we going to see a lot of pain in the world before it gets better?
We have to go to darkness. Only a person who has seen dark will enjoy what light is.
Okay.
For example, if I keep you in the room all the time with no lights, you won't know what sunrise is.
Generally speaking, it's been a very dark 4 years for the planet.
Yep. And it will change. We have to go. That is our karma.
I just fear it's going to get worse before it gets better.
It will. You know, shatter hone ke baad that rises. I think that process we all will go through. In fact, few are going, few are not going, but it will come for all. That is the reason sadhana, spiritual practice, awareness, knowledge, approach towards life. And this concept that sadhana is only cross-leg and me doing, no, sadhana is till you die. Your entire action is sadhana. So if this, I'm not liking it, I should come back to the senses. No, it's an experience. Experience it, leave it. That is the sadhana. But if I'm sulking again, then again we uncul you.
So TRS Clips has all sorts of videos and all sorts of playlists. Make sure you explore the channel by subscribing and heading to our homepage and reading through all the playlists.